matching with the SuperWorld short shirts. I'm here with Katrina. Please pronounce your last name for everyone. Tell them how you're feeling today. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Katrina Schmidl. I'm feeling pretty good. I went for a walk with my dogs today, and I made a pretty cool SuperWorld app video with the SuperWorld logo in the background, and I had fun. And I'm calling from Texas, Central Texas.
Awesome. Well, it's an honor to be here with you, Katrina. I know we met in Southwest, shindig, which was amazing, where you got that shirt, by the way. I was hoping to have my red one matching, but I wasn't able to pull that off. I'm actually just driving here from NFT NYC, and I had a flat tire, so I had to drive on a donut, so it slowed my whole process behind. So we are here for another landowner interview in honor of Katrina and what she's particularly doing, so I can't wait to get into details on that. But tell us a little bit more about yourself, Katrina, and, how did you even come across SuperWorld?
I came across SuperWorld from my friend Jonathan. I was in like a chat group where we talk about crypto and conspiracy theories and all kinds of cool stuff. And so he's the first person who mentioned it to me. That's how I got in.
Well, congrats to John. And so tell me a little bit more about yourself. What do you do for a living? What industry you're in? What are your hobbies and interests?
Well, right now I'm trying to start up an NFT business in the Metaverse. I'm hoping to be something like the souvenir shop of all the Metaverse. And that'd be pretty cool. I went to school and got a degree in recreation administration in 2020. Which was probably the worst time to get a degree in recreation. So I went and spent my time learning about other things that required more being in an office online that I could work from home, and came upon SuperWorld, which was one of my favorite things I ever came upon in this crypto space. Let's see. So basically, I grew up in Colorado. Playing sports and wearing hoodies. I served in the United States Air Force right out of high school, and I had the hopes of traveling the world. And I was fortunate enough to be able to travel the world. I went all throughout Europe, Italy, France, Monaco, Croatia, Austria, Switzerland, Slovenia, Belgium, Luxembourg, the Czech Republic, Greece, Spain. It keeps going. And during my travels, I learned a lot about the world, and I saw with my own eyes how amazing our planet really is, like the world. And this experience provided me with an opportunity to witness, firsthand the importance of human aid and stability operations within like the military and building operations. That's what we're doing, is building operations in Africa. So I got to travel to like Chad, Nigeria, Tanzania, Kenya, Djibouti, the Congo, Cameroon. There's probably another one in there too. But I loved that experience. And after I separated from the military, I went to school. I got a couple other degrees at a community college before I used the rest of my GI Bill up for my recreation degree. And then while I was going to Texas State University, I got scuba certified to dive in the most beautiful lake I've ever known. It's called Spring Lake in San Marcos, Texas. And
Wow.
I even got a job where I got to teach kids about like the stuff that's in Spring Lake and all around Texas rivers. Anyway, the point is that I've got all this experience that just made me fall in love with this world. And your project, SuperWorld, in a world where we're being engulfed by technology and sucked into our phones, our games, and all this other stuff, what I love about SuperWorld is it's ready to add those things, but include our awesome world that is just so great. And I hope to express my love for SuperWorld by expressing my love for the world.
That's amazing, Katrina. That's a great, full story right there. I mean, because I can't wait to get into details about, how your travels or how your interests, even under the water, scuba diving, which sounds very interesting, how that applies to, what you're doing in the metaverse, what you're doing with your virtual real estate strategy. So I definitely want to make sure that we get into that. But first, let's just jump in with a more simple question of, how many plots in SuperWorld do you own, and where did you purchase?
I own just over 100, like 115 or something like that. And I started purchasing a little over a year ago. And I think my last purchase was like last month. But it's definitely slowed down after the new year. But yeah, I've still been collecting as much as I can.
That's awesome. I think I lost service for a little second, but we have definitely a selfish question to ask, because I'm curious. I'm sure everyone listening in is also curious. What's the best way to get 100 plots of land in SuperWorld? Is there a strategy that can help you get to that quicker? Or is it just spending as much as you can every month and getting in there before everyone else?
Well, I like to think that I got in a lot already. I'm still putting in a little bit, but most of my entry is there. And I choose the plots that I choose based on a certain strategy that I guess encompasses my world travel experience. And I even went to school for business administration. It's one of my community college degrees. And in that class we learned about how about Starbucks and how they're really good at being able to show the important areas. I think he's frozen again. I'm not sure if I should keep talking. Am I still there? So yeah, so super the Starbucks concept. Basically, wherever I think is a great area, it helps me choose exactly where within that area by looking at where Starbucks is within that area. So, for instance, if I'm looking at an airport and I'm like, well, I've never been to that airport, I don't know the layout of it, but I do know that Starbucks knows the layout of it, and they chose this area right here. So I think if I have full reign of which ones I can choose, I'm probably going to choose the Starbucks because they know what's going on. And what is it? Location, location, location.
Yeah. So just be clear, I did lose my connection again a little bit here, but so I lost a little bit of that. And I know the theme here is based on, enfranchising the metaverse and how you are riding the success of Starbucks. So I do want to get into those details, but just really quickly, because you having over 100 plots, I'm wondering, are you like an Ethereum miner? Are you guys mining some Ethereum? Do you actually refer a lot of people to SuperWorld and get a lot of free plots of land, or did you outright buy every single plot of land?
I outright bought every single plot of land. I've tried my best to get referrals out, but I think if people go looking, they either forget to use my link or don't want to. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting, but I'm glad that you did answer that question, because I know I personally wondered. I'm like, is my referral strategy not the greatest, or am I just not putting my money where my mouth is? So I appreciate that. I know a lot of people that have done a similar thing. They've got over 100 plots of land, and some of them are really good at doing some referrals. And other people actually do some mining on the side, so that really helps as well. So did we already discuss where did you purchase? Because I know we're going to get to that.
Where did I purchase? I have plots all over the world. From I think the most plots I have is in Dubai, and the reason for that is I've been seeing articles and everything about how Dubai is going to be like the crypto hub of the world, and how hot crypto and NFT is in that area. So I put a lot of investment into Dubai itself, mainly because I know there are big pockets in that area. But also I have some in Abu Dhabi. Those are places I've never actually been but would like to go. I have places in Austin, Dallas, Houston, Prague, Monaco, Paris, I have a bunch in Iceland at that retreat in Blue Lagoon. I have a few in Italy. Yeah, they're all over the place.
That's great. So I know we want to get back to Starbucks, and I think you were probably already mentioned these plots, when it cut out the first time. But it definitely seems like your travels have definitely inspired certain areas, in the world to actually buy, because you definitely named a bunch of those countries you've already traveled to. And I'm curious, what are you buying in these countries? Are they more resorts and retreats, or are they something more sentimental to maybe where you actually visited before, or what is your strategy there?
A lot of the places I actually was able to visit. Not like I said, I haven't been to Dubai. I've never been to like Tokyo, but there's places in Italy that I've been, in Rome. I own a plot in Rome that's in the where all the ruins are, up the hill from the Colosseum. There's a whole bunch of ruins there that I own a plot there, and I'm super excited about that one. I think that the potential for historical sites like that with augmented reality is going to be like so great, and future travel to places like that is be, oh, look at these ruins, that's cool. That's how they look now after so much time. But look, I can turn on my VR goggles and it reconstructs in some cool virtual whooshy way. And I basically look at all the travels I've already done, and I can imagine with that kind of idea, everything going to be different next time I go there.
100%. Yeah, I get really excited about virtual tourism and what that's going to look like in VR or WebGL or AR. And I was going to say, I was looking at the same strategy. When I was first buying land in SuperWorld, I was looking for like ruins and temples, in Egypt and throughout South America. And I noticed that most of them were already taken. So I was a little late to the game to get some of those ruins. And I had the same thoughts, like this gets a lot of travelers to visit each year.
They're everywhere.
Exactly.
There's ruins everywhere.
No, you're right. You're right. And then I actually recently learned about one, I think in Cambodia, and then I realized that was already purchased as well. So I'm really excited to see what happens there at these ancient ruin sites. Everyone probably has their own strategies and ideas of what they're going to do. But you are right. It's going to, we're going to be able to make it our own. So even though you own that ruin, where is the ruin at? Is it in Mexico?
Well, it's in Rome. Yeah. So it's in Italy.
Okay, Rome. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So some other ideas, I guess, you can put is when, say, somebody has drone footage of wherever they're visiting, and they wanna put it up on the SuperWorld so that the whole world can see it. It's just it's going to be a whole platform for creativity and people who want to show what they can do and what they can make. I'm excited about it. Go ahead.
I'm glad you're holding me down, because I don't know why I'm having some spotty internet. Where I left off is this was in Rome. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to actually go to these places, get the experience them myself, and leave a little bit of, Devon where I'm at as well. So right. I can't wait to actually be able to do that. And whatever we put in augmented reality can be there, across the spectrum, which I'm already hinting towards. Another secret is coming very soon. If you guys, seen what we did recently with Vesa with the WebGL experience, I don't want to give too much of a hint away, but I can't imagine the entire world in a WebGL format. So with that said, let's just jump right into Starbucks really quickly, because I'm learning this because we're going to do this interview, and this strategy of Starbucks being, it is the center of any city or any foot traffic in a particular city. So when I learned that, I thought that was genius. I don't know, how you learned that, or someone else said they knew that as well, about Starbucks only puts a location at the highest foot traffic areas in that city. That's a genius strategy, to just buy all the Starbucks to get all the foot traffic. Was that your strategy?
Yeah, I don't know that like me putting together all of this was like that, but when I was after places, it was definitely, oh, there's a Starbucks there, I'm gonna get that one. You know, I understand what they understand about the importance of traffic and where the right places in town are. And like even here in my small town in Texas, there's a Starbucks on probably the busiest corner here on I-10. And so like that probably is where the most traffic goes through our town. Which makes sense because it's an interstate.
If you didn't know, if you're listening to this and you didn't realize, get some Starbucks. It's a great strategy. It is in the center of the foot traffic of that city.
Right. And even if you're not trying to like just buy it because it's Starbucks and you can monetize off of the ads that are there. Like, can you imagine if Starbucks wants to buy all of their own plots one day? Like, you could at least double, triple what you paid for it, and they would probably pay better money than you could imagine, especially in locations.
And so how do you imagine Starbucks using this virtual real estate?
For sure, putting out ads about like their own products. And then also I think that they would want to own their own plots to advertise other like events in the area and stuff like that. So if I were to hold those plots, I would also hope to put or maybe advertise my space for these establishments or events.
Definitely see advertising is definitely going to be really big, and I do wonder how that experience is going to be. Because being that ads, no one wants to see ads, right? But I do imagine, just having that in-store experience. Maybe I can actually create a custom look of the Starbucks, and when I walk in, that's what I see when I walk in. Maybe the cashier that's taking my order is funny looking giraffe or rabbit taking my order. I don't know. Maybe they're in a Bugs Bunny voice and a Bugs Bunny suit. Maybe that's how I want to get, order my coffee at Starbucks. And Katrina might, do something a little bit different. Maybe it's Rish, at SuperWorld, or someone from the military. I'm not sure. I'm kind of blanking out some ideas
maybe
there. But
you can go through the Starbucks drive-through and create yourself your own little magical tunnel that you're crossing into, and then when they hand you your cup, it's like out of this portal window type thing, or anything is possible.
Right. And the real question is why would they do that? Why would someone do that? And to be honest, I think the answer is just more of just because you can and it's over the top. It actually adds, some kind of value to the experience. But the real use case is, like a loyalty rewards program. It could be all digitized. And I'm imagining them, not just using like coupons and rewards, but maybe they'll actually get into the NFT space. And who knows, maybe they'll award like, the 10,000th driver through that month or something like that. Who knows what kind of different ways they could reward their customers.
Like instead of like getting a gift in the cereal box, you could, if you scan the QR code or something on one of their cups, there's a 4% chance you could get a gift or something like that, or a free NFT from Starbucks, or a free drink because you have this one free NFT drink coupon or something like that.
And now that I really think about it, I'm definitely seeing if you're in the drive-through at Starbucks or even in the line, they're going to be popping up all different types of things. Do you want some food with your order? Do you want to spend $20 a day to get $5 off? Like, there's so many things that they could really connect and communicate with their customers while they're standing in line or in the drive-through. It's just
buy something like buy 5 sandwiches and get a NFT.
100%. I'm not sure if I'm back.
You're back.
I think I'm back.
You're back.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. So all I was saying was I'm very excited to see what happens there. I'm glad we got to scratch the surface a little bit and just ideate what it's going to look like, because it's going to happen everywhere, not just Starbucks. So with that said, let's get into some more details about your specific land. What is your favorite plot?
Well, I think I have a personal favorite and a professional favorite, I guess you can say. My personal favorite is the plot where I was proposed to in Germany. And I actually bought the plot where we went on our first date there in the same town. So I bought 2 different plots, and I put it onto like a Canva document, and it was our date anniversary gift this past year. So I actually gave plots as a gift. I will admit I was more excited.
That's funny. Wow, there's so much there. Because first of all, I've actually heard stories about, you know, people buying like the first date or the first kiss or where I was proposed to. So, what do you imagine you can do with that land? You know, with your, you know, anniversary.
I think it'd be really cool to travel there again one day for an anniversary, and basically recreate the moment and then use the SuperWorld app and put up the recreation picture on top of that section and record while we're standing there. I think there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that could be done, especially for
awesome.
really sappy people.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm already kind of ideating what can go there. I don't know if I want to go down the rabbit hole too much, but I definitely imagine a recreation and being able to experience that over and again, or actually being able to go virtually there. So maybe you both go back and spend time there whenever you want, because it's so.
I like that you mentioned that, because the second plot that I bought in the same town, our first date was actually at a Christmas market. And so I bought the area where the Christmas market is held. And it kind of sparked my idea for wanting to create my own little NFT stores on SuperWorld that are inside of a 3D render of a Christmas market hut, basically.
Wow, I'm getting chills thinking about this, because now I'm realizing how much that those particular plots of land tie into your entire story, like not just for your personal life, but your professional life as well.
Yeah. And so I can imagine making the coolest little Christmas trinkets and selling them at that Christmas market on my plot where I first went on a date,
100%. In fact, you have to do that. Almost like the first shop needs to go on that plot of land, because it goes with your story.
Right. Now I just need to get to Germany.
True. Well, there will be remote anchoring very soon. You can put content on the map remotely now, but it won't be an AR just yet.
Right.
But that will be coming eventually.
I have a lot of imagination for what's coming.
It's hard to stop thinking about. We live in this space, and I was telling some people in NFC NYC about, I literally am like, almost tripping, because I literally see augmented reality everywhere I go. I like just flip a switch on, and I'm already imagining everyone in their avatars. I'm explaining to them, hey, you're going to be able to design and change the wall, the ceiling, the floor. Do you want to have an ocean view? You can just put that as the wall, and now that's what you see, and it can be different for every single person.
Do you want to change shirts every 5 minutes?
Exactly. Just show off your shirt collection or your fashion designs. Wow. Yeah, there's so many things. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that. Your wearables could just be
I've already seen a bunch of wearables
flow.
Where people are using augmented reality to put like shoes on their feet and walk around, and there's little 3D shoes actually moving with every step they make, and it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I don't want just one pair of shoes and just one digital hoodie. I want it to change every time I make a
instead of light up shoes.
Exactly. Just changing up maybe even like generatively, who knows how it's going to match, with my shoes, my hoodies, every step will be just something totally different. That would be pretty interesting.
That would be really cool. And they're like the NFT shoes that you own, that you can like cycle through.
Yeah. I'm imagining like all the NFTs, but that would be really cool if you could have one NFT that just generatively changes and it's a wearable. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think we just spoke this into fruition. This is going to happen now. So stay tuned for an AR walking avatar that changes clothes
everywhere. And he will be wearing a SuperWorld shirt, I promise you.
So did we? I don't think I even asked you. What is your favorite plot for the more professional plot?
My favorite plot for that is one of the only ones I have back up for resale, and it's in Abu Dhabi, and it's at the Yas Island Marina, I think it's called, but it's the Yas Circuit, and I own the building that the race cars drive around. It's a super cool building. It looks like a giant whale. And it's like covered in glass. It's pretty neat.
Wow, that sounds pretty awesome. Sounds like it's a high foot traffic destination as well in Abu Dhabi.
Right.
Yeah, we can definitely touch on what can happen there as well. But I was already going to jump right into the cliff because I'm imagining I want to go race a car there now. I want to digitally race, and I mean that'll probably be a little bit later in the line. Hopefully not too long, but it definitely started off more. These immersive experiences while you're at the track, them being able to connect and communicate with you, and hopefully have some interesting reward systems that include NFTs.
Yeah, they could have a certain, like, as people arrive or something, they can scan something and maybe it'll get a certain person an NFT that gets them box seats or whatever they're called at a circuit. I don't know, but yeah, I also own like the starting line at the circuit, so I think like ideas like that where a bunch of people are going to accumulate for a big event where people are going to want advertisements on that spot.
I'm already thinking like not how the driver is going to see this, how the driver is going to use the
AR. No,
AR.
the drivers probably should not look at all this unless they can specifically say, I only want to see my little direction. Make your left turn. Make your left turn now.
That is one of the best things about SuperWorld, being that the user controls what you see. So he doesn't know. When you own Land SuperWorld, you don't get to dictate what happens there or what a person sees. The utility of owning the land is actually you'll get a majority share of all the revenue streams from all the user activity. So the more people that put stuff on your land, chances are the more activity, the more users that'll be there, the more ways you'll be able to monetize your land. So to point that out,
because the users are able to also say, no, I really have no interest in Nike products. Get that out of here. I'd rather see, ads for Uggs or something like that.
Well, I'm gonna cut right to it. I don't want to see any ads. If I'm a racetrack driver, I just want to see the actual green light, which hopefully there's no delay there. But then I'm thinking I'm imagining my speed being right there in my vision, maybe my competitor's speed. Some kind of warning. Hey, you're gonna get past if you don't take this turn a little bit quicker. I definitely imagine it enhancing your performance, 100%.
And on the other end of the spectrum, I actually kind of sold my grandmother on this whole concept. She was just like, I can't see how I can use this space. And I was like, well, and not that my grandmother's this or anything, but imagine an older person walking around the house and they're going blind and they can't see well anymore. And now imagine that SuperWorld has these glasses you can put on, and it'll light up your walkway for you so that you know exactly where to go. Or there's like little beeps that say, oh no, you're getting close to a wall, or something cool that is like for that aspect.
Wow. Now you got me thinking. We don't need walking sticks anymore. Like we can literally almost cure the blind, which I mean, obviously that's horrible, but that's not the case because you do got to be able to see. But I mean, a lot of our blind are not all the way blind. And right. I think those glasses.
If somehow there's sensors like how there are on a drone, like if there's somehow sensors for these people, or it doesn't even have to be elderly people, just be blind people, and they're walking around, and the sensors right here, just like on a drone, it starts beeping at you, beep 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 beep. Oh, okay, so I need to come this way, like right in their face, beep 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 beep, beep, or maybe.
Exactly. I mean, when you add the spatial audio in and the glasses ability to see, so even if I'm completely blind and I have these glasses on my face that can actually see the world.
Yeah, and hopefully these glasses will be more than just what they are right now, the big old VR goggles. Hopefully they'll be, smaller glasses like sunglasses, everyday glasses. I think I've actually seen Amazon is making audible glasses. So those audible sized glasses, I can already see those being what's coming soon. And also contact lenses, but that's even further, I think.
100%. Yeah, it's going to be amazing to see. And I know that someone has to be working on it. Even heard of this or thought about it, but it just sounds like it has to be, it has to come to, it makes perfect sense. It has to happen.
Well, what
these AR
is, I've seen a video already of people well, it's not obviously being used, but it's a concept of what's possible. I've seen a video of basically somebody's walking through a grocery store, and on the ground it's saying, okay, you're looking for the green beans on aisle 4. Proceed straight, and it like gives somebody a straight line. Tells you to go straight. Okay, turn left. It'll be on your left, and here it is in the shelving area and everything. I think it's gonna help everybody do everything more efficiently.
100%. This is mind blowing to me because I don't know why I haven't thought about this more with all the different like impairments or a little bit of disabilities and how this could really go enhancing your personal life.
Right.
Wow. So, excuse me. So back to your plots just a little bit. So where would you say most of your plots are? Like, if you could name it in a country or like a specific, type of land, what would you say most of your plots resemble?
I think most of my plots are travel and recreation based. But there are a couple other categories. Some categories that I've put my own plots into, I guess you can say. Some of them are hodl, so I plan on holding on to them and just profiting from them as time goes. Some of them I intend to flip for profit, so hopefully like that one in Abu Dhabi that I have up for sale. That's kind of like what I would hope to flip and generate some money on. There's some that I'm gonna build and create my own NFT platform on top of. Some of them actually I have as bait in hopes of capturing some partners later on with my business and hopefully like enticing them in certain ways. Some of them are like storefronts that I think are going to be big. One of my another example of a storefront would be I own the entryway to Six Flags in San Antonio. So entryways is another way to look at storefronts. I also have the nostalgia, which we know of from in Germany. Tourist and high traffic, and also recreation and leisure. So like the ones that I have in the Blue Lagoon in Iceland would be probably recreation and leisure and travel. So like some of them are both.
That's awesome. Well, I just want to say and point out to everybody, because I tell everybody, when you're going to buy land in SuperWorld, when you're considering what should your SuperWorld strategy be, what should your Metaverse strategy be, it definitely align with what you love doing, what you're already passionate about. And I definitely see that. I think it's, I can tell you're passionate about travel. We've already discussed that. It goes with your company, Never Fade Trinkets, which I do want to get to because, you told me about it last week, or actually, I see it on Twitter all the time, and I didn't even realize it was yours. But so I just want to shout that out and definitely give you some time to plug that in, because this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing, folks, with the Metaverse strategy, jumping into whether it's your own, a new business plan when it comes to Web3 and NFTs, or just diving into what you're passionate about. And, it'll show in your strategy, not only the land that you buy, but your plans for what you're going to do there. So let's get into Never Fade Trinkets. I hopefully I'm not, too much on your time. Are you short on time at all tonight?
Nope, you're fine.
Let's give the people what they want. So Never Fade Trinkets. When did you kick it off? Tell us like the gist of it, and we'll just start there.
Sure. We've been building it for about 8 months now, me and my friend George. And I think that we've made about 12 partnerships of people who want us to create them an NFT and post it for them. And then we've worked out the income distribution in the background. but yeah, so basically we want to reach out to businesses, small businesses who want to create an NFT but really don't know how to. We want to offer different options. We can make it, we can post it for you, or we can just make it and we can teach you how to post it. We'd like to be very educational in all of this because we understand how new it all is, and crypto education is something I've been passionate about for 3 years now. So yeah, and we've been invited to teach a little bit about NFTs and the safety of the metaverse and the importance of safety in the metaverse for the youth. So we've actually been invited to a school in California where we've been teaching them about crypto and how to be safe and to ensure everything you do, you make sure you're with your parents and don't make any rash decisions on your own. I understand this is a space that children aren't actually allowed to be doing on their own. So and you can't tell somebody not to do something that's possible. So we just want to emphasize how important it is to these kids, like the dangers of what can be there, from making a wrong trade to trusting the wrong person. So, and in this metaverse where we're talking about people's heads can look like giraffes and they don't look anything like themselves, we need to be extra careful about who we trust in that area. So we're really passionate about that crypto education for the youth.
That's amazing. You're right. That is a very big part of the conversation that we need to have. I definitely don't know if I'm very confident in leading that conversation. Being, I don't have children, at least not yet. And I would like to think that I think of these more ethical things to keep in mind. But when I hear someone like yourself or Will Burns and Zen talk about the different ethics things that come to mind in virtual reality or just in the metaverse in general, it does spin my mind. I was never even expecting any of these things, and they do need to come up, especially when children and young kids are definitely going to be adopting the metaverse at a way quicker rate than some adults will. So I'm glad that you brought that up. And shout, definitely, for people listening in, whether you have a school or you work with kids or you want to know more about the NFT space, if your business is trying to get in, reach out to Katrina. I know she would love to help. She actually does make some amazing, NFTs. And I did want to say, do you actually go into like conversation and consulting about utility, like to that particular brand as well?
Well, we would offer them an opportunity to tell us what the utility would be, and then we would put that in the description. For now, we don't have things that are in place that, like, if you're signed in with your wallet and you have this NFT in your wallet, you can do these certain things without telling anybody. We don't have anything like that set up or anything, but we will work with businesses to establish utility within the NFT itself that they can maybe in the future when one of our businesses gets really big, this business can say, all right, all the people who bought our first NFT, you're going to get this, and this from us. Sign up here and give us your mailing address.
Right. I love that. And that's what I actually see, those airdrops and those planned timed, value adds are really what makes, the NFT projects skyrocket. At least that's what I've seen firsthand. So when it comes to utility, definitely, if you guys are thinking about this, people listening in, reach out. We want to help you here at SuperWorld. I know Katrina wants to help you. We want to hear what you are working on, what you're passionate about, and how we can apply Web3 and NFTs and SuperWorld to what you're already doing.
Yeah, there's actually a guy I know who's he's created NFTs where if you're a holder of these NFTs, throughout all of time, if you show up at any of his concerts, you get free entry into his, I don't know if they're just bar concerts or what kind of concerts they were, but either way, it's cool, like free entry, just because I have this NFT that I've held for 20 years, and now it's been 20 years and this dude's shown up in my town, I would like to go see him. Oh my gosh, look, the original NFT.
We have a question from one of the viewers. How do we connect with Katrina for the NFT design? So what's the best way to get a hold of you? People are interested in you designing some NFTs.
nftrinkets@gmail.com. nftrinkets@gmail. And also, I think my my Twitter messaging is on.
And so I know the acronym is what? Join Me on the Moon. So JMOTM. What is your Twitter screen name? Because I know that's how I always reach out to you.
Join me on the moon. It's at JMOTM 11. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But yeah, join me on the moon is I started a crypto education YouTube channel last year, and I only made like 12 videos. But it was like the basics of crypto and what a hot and cold storage wallet is, and a couple other hot topics. I got one.
Awesome.
One of my videos has like 20,000 views, but only one.
What?
Yeah, I was like,
That's awesome. I can't wait till we make more videos. We're doing these live streams just because we want to make more. And I want to dive in deep into different content and seeing what we can to get the word out and see what we can do to go viral, because I feel like this space is still buzzing, even though everyone's saying we're going through this crash and we're going to have this 2-year bear market. I don't believe it. I think it's going to be more like 6 months at the longest. Hopefully it's already over.
Yeah.
But anyway,
my birthday in November.
Definitely. That's my birthday as well. So
nice.
we have birthday wishes, and regardless, I'm taking advantage of these, really deeply discounted Ethereum prices. I still spend all my ETH on NFTs, but I am buying more than I was a few months ago.
Yeah, so every time I get on SuperWorld, I'm like, dang, $112. I could buy a pot on Ellis Island for $112. Like, oh gosh.
It's like a third of the price, because we were paying $300 plus $120 for gas. It was like $400 to get a plot, and now we can get them for $110.
Absolutely. I got down to 108 the other day, and I was like, I wish I had more money.
Well, I know we're probably going over. I hope I see my computer's about to die. So if it does die, that's the wrap of the conversation, guys. But we're going to be doing this a lot more. I know Katrina here is really amazing. Very big supporter of SuperWorld. Keep a close eye on what she's doing. She is leading the way for sure. So where are we? So your favorite plots you already mentioned. And so what are you already kind of mentioned what you're planning to do with those plots. What plots would you recommend to others? Whether they're first getting in or have been in them for a while.
I would say follow me and follow some of the other top holders that are already buying up a bunch on SuperWorld. There was one the day before I was gonna buy like a whole bunch of plots. I was so excited because I was ready to buy a plot in San Antonio on the Riverwalk. The day before, I was like, okay, I've got it in my wish list. And the day after, I woke up, my Ethereum had finally moved onto my MetaMask wallet, and I was like ready to go buy that plot. And some guy, I'm pretty sure it was your last interviewee, bought up the entire San Antonio Riverwalk. The entire one.
Sniping.
I was like, no, why is this happening? I forget.
Speaking of Metaverse ethics, this is more of my expertise of Metaverse ethics, is not sniping someone else's plots. The proper way to go about that. I do want to make sure that we don't run out of time here with my computer about to die. So anybody listening in, if you have any questions, please send them now. We have someone in the background is going to send them to us. It's our buddy Duong, who you probably talk to in a live chat all the time. So shout out to Duong. And I want to make sure that I mentioned, so this is a prize draw. So when you watch this on the YouTube page, you will see, in the description, there will be a link with a password. Go to that website. And when you buy one of these, I believe, Starbucks plots of land, you'll be entered into a prize draw to actually, 3 people are going to win some extra bonus plots of land. And we also, we're keeping to the same theme of the other contests, which we're doing, almost bi-weekly now, or monthly, I believe, of just sharing your favorite plot or why you actually bought a particular plot of land. Tag us in it, or tag us and use a hashtag SuperWorld, on Twitter. Send us a message and let us know why you bought that land, what you're planning to do there, and you're going to be automatically entered into another contest where we're giving away 2 plots of land to, I think, at least one person. If not, it's 2 plots to 2 people, or 1 plot to 2 people. Sorry about that. Got frantic because I did think my computer was going to die. So we have a couple minutes left. What did we not talk about, Katrina?
What did we not talk about? I don't know. We covered a lot, Devin.
Okay,
I can tell you where I think the ultimate of where all of this is going.
Let's go.
All right. So there's a movie called Valerian, and it's basically set in outer space. And there's a scene where a school bus that is floating, it's using some kind of zero gravity, but it pulls up to this just desert area. There's just nothing there, and the people get off the bus and they look like tourists, and they walk the people through the gates of this area in the desert, and they give these people this headset, and they put on the headset and they look around, and all of a sudden there's just this alien shopping center surrounding them, and they start walking around this desert area where there was nothing a moment ago, and now they're inside of a virtual reality where they're shopping in another galaxy for items. And so they collect these items, they go to some kind of printer that looks like a TSA conveyor belt thing, and it goes to the thing and it turns these inanimate objects that they're holding into tangible items that they are then able to take back onto the bus and leave. That's where I can see SuperWorld going.
Is this a movie? Because I think I heard you. I've heard this somewhere before. And I think it might have been you
in
last
Austin.
week. Yeah. Okay. Austin. So is this a movie?
Yeah, it's called Valerian.
Okay. I think it's like anime or something like that.
No, it's not. It's real people's.
Huh. I gotta watch this. I'll let you know when I do. I can't wait to check it out. So I do want to remind everybody listening in, please send us some messages. Any questions you have for Katrina or myself, any questions you have about SuperWorld, or what you should be considering when buying some land. Now is your time to ask. So please send us some questions here. I'm wondering if I have any other side questions here. I'm not sure. I think we did cover everything else, Katrina, because I'm not sure what we left out. I know we didn't really touch much about virtual reality too much, but that's not really our focus as well just yet. Even though it all does merge together. XR is AR, VR, MR, and WebGL. I like to consider. So that is the metaverse. If you guys didn't know, and we are going to be seeing a lot more of this technology. We're going to use it every single day in our lives, just like we use the internet. Who wants to see a 2D screen anymore? I can't wait till you're actually sitting here in 3D right next to me, and the audience is right there as well. We can see them, interact with them, and maybe we can hear some people shouting from the background. I don't know how that's going to work, but this is what I can't wait, because we've been sitting too long in the house with COVID, and I this is going to really change how we do things. So hopefully you guys seen this. Hope you guys provide some value. If you ever have any questions or wonder what the heck we're talking about here, shoot us a message at SuperWorld. You can always email me, devon@superworldapp.com. And, of course, get a hold of Katrina, JMOTM11 on Twitter. And, again, what is your email again?
nftrinkets@gmail.
Awesome. Well, everybody, I'm going to let you guys get back to your Friday evening. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun at NFT NYC. If you didn't, spend some time with your loved ones. Do what you love and enjoy the day, my friends. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Awesome talking to you, Katrina.
Citizens.
I'll see you guys later.